we're back with Season 1, Episode 4, and today we're checking out Meyers' take on Encanto. Is it really that weird? Let's find out.
You got like a 50-50 chance you're gonna get one of the dumb powers.
Yeah, you got
your
50-50
toenails grow
chance.
really fast or something.
50-50 or 40-50. Maybe 30-50. But
I understand you.
Okay, so like way back in the peak of lockdown time, everyone was stuck in their house, you know, we're all making sourdough. We all finally had the perfect excuse to not hang out with that one friend. You know what I'm talking about. Your mom's like, I hardly ever see you anymore. And you're like, yeah, I know, it's great, right? Elbow bumping was a thing for a long time. That was weird. But in the middle of all this, 2021, Disney came out with the movie Encanto. Given the circumstances, it didn't really do that well at the box office, understandably. But when it came to Disney Plus, oh boy, this movie was the biggest thing ever. And I never got around to watching it. I guess I was just too busy anticipating the third after movie. Like, you ever just wonder, like, how any of this was real, by the way? Whatever. Anyway, so Encanto, crazy high scores, everyone's singing the songs, and having done videos about, like, Wish, Coco, you know, stuff like that, I figured, why not give Encanto a try? So, come along, kids, let's take a walk and check.
2,000 years later. This is where our magic comes from?
This candle holds the miracle given to our family.
How did we get a miracle?
Now, the story goes that the girl who would become the grandma of this main character family had to flee her home with her husband during the Colombian Civil War of the early 19th.
So you have to flee your home during the Civil War? It's probably because your war or your home was in some type of issue. I guess.
Hundreds. She had just given birth to triplets, mind you, and, okay,
triplets?
It's been a while since I did Punnett Squares in school, but, like, how did these two make a red-headed white kid?
How in the world did she give birth to triplets?
Hoping to find a new home. We could not escape the dangers.
She got birth to 3? Hold on.
Was lost.
I'm getting
and
real
somehow that
confused
translates
right now.
into this candle thing creating a magical sentient house where the widowed future grandmother can live and raise her family in safety. Until, of course, the AI program controlling the house gets too smart and realizes that actually it's humanity that's the real problem. And because of this miracle, 50-something years later, all her descendants have superpowers.
Hey! When's magic gift happen? My cousin's ceremony is tonight.
What's his gift?
We're gonna find out.
What's your gift?
This is basically just me after half a can of Monster Energy. So the opening song tells us about this family called the Madrigals, and our main character here, Maribel, tells us about everyone's superpowers. Like, her sister Luisa is super strong. Although her strength has nothing to do with how much muscle she has. Could someone with super strength even actually build muscle, technically? I don't know. Anyway, there's this kid, Camilo, who can shapeshift. Mirabel's mom can cure any ailment of any kind by making food. This girl...
Hold the phone. I never realized that. I seen that on movie. The movie wasn't too bad. I'm gonna say this. I'll give that movie probably like a 9 out of 10. Cause it wasn't bad. It's just it wasn't like hype enough for me to like want to rewatch it. But I didn't know that she had 2 sisters, and I forgot that one of her sisters could shapeshift. I didn't know her sister can shapeshift. I know the other one was strong, but I didn't know the other one could shapeshift.
Girl controls the weather with her emotions. Dolores over here has super hearing, and Mirabel's other sister, Isabella, can do this.
My older sisters, Isabella and Luisa. One strong, one graceful, perfect in every way.
Isabella. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on a second. Some of these powers seem a little better than other ones, okay? Like this teenage kid can shapeshift, which you know is gonna get so weird so fast. Mom, Camilo turned...
Hey, if I could shapeshift into anybody, bro, you don't want to know. Y'all don't want to know what I was shapeshifting into.
Really? We're still doing this? Shut up, it's who I am, okay? And the mom can, like, cure cancer with oatmeal, and then this girl does what? Farts out flowers? These are not the same.
Not bad.
I think it's kind of funny how, like, right out the gate, the movie just tells you one of its biggest flaws, which is that there's so many characters, most of whom do not matter whatsoever.
It's decent, but not bad.
Who's a sister and who's a cousin? There's so many people.
How do you keep them all straight? Okay.
Like, of course, for a variety of reasons, it makes total sense that the family would be really big, but they spend the entire opening song telling us about how big the family is, and they tell us every everyone's name and their superpower and their personality and all this stuff that really adds nothing to the movie except more characters to fill more time. Like, Miguel from Coco also has a big family, but they don't try to make you care about, like, each individual person.
I gave you this. Tell Antonio good luck. Last gifts.
If you go on Miguel, and like Miguel is not trying to make you feel or care about each character interactual and personality. But when you go Encanto, it like they want you to know about her big family, and they want you to know about each person and her family. Like we don't need to know each person.
Ceremony was a bummer. Last one being yours, that did not work.
Yeah, okay, I think they got it, thank you. This is like when your parents just like can't ever not bring up that thing you did that one time. Hey Dad, can you pass me the mashed potatoes? I don't know, can you pass your math test without sneaking out to go to a party I specifically told you not to go to, just so you can make out with some dude named Connor of all things?
What?
Actually, I'll just starve, it's fine. Anyway, so that night is the gift awakening ceremony for this little guy, where the house is gonna give him his own room and everyone's gonna find out what his magical gift is.
You have nothing to worry about. You're gonna get your gift and open that door, and it's gonna be the coolest ever. I know it.
What if it doesn't work?
Yeah, I know, right? And even if it does, you got like a 50-50 chance you're gonna get one of the dumb powers.
Yeah, you got
your
50-50
toenails grow
chance.
really fast or something.
50-50 or 40-50, maybe 30-50. But
I understand
no
you.
10-50.
Of course they can come.
So this kid's magic power is that he can talk to animals, and so therefore his new bedroom is just the entire Amazon rainforest.
Don't power. Touch the animal.
It's bigger
I don't know if I want to have a power like that. I don't want to know what animals think about. I really don't.
Now, seeing this, Mirabelle's having some feelings because, as we established, she has no gift. So, she always kind of feels like she never really belongs in the family. Like, they don't even put her in the family photos. Sorry, idiot, superheroes only. And so now seeing this little guy get his superpower, it just reminds her that she'll never truly fit in.
Wait, she don't got no power?
We need a picture.
I'm confused.
Everyone,
She got any type of power or she don't.
But of course, everyone's always telling her that, like, she's still part of the family, and her gift is being a good friend.
Is she a normie?
See yourself
She
the way
gotta
I
be a
do.
normie.
You just healed my hand with an arepa con queso.
I healed your hand with my love for my daughter, with her wonderful brain, big heart.
And you write really good Harry Styles fanfic, and like, it's so cool how you don't even let it bother you that all those guys keep ghosting you after one date, you know? Like, you're so inspirational. But okay, so in the middle of all this, Mirabelle starts to notice something really strange happening to their magic sentient house. Oh my goodness, the house is falling apart. Whatever could this mean? So Mirabelle asks Dolores, who tells her to ask Luisa, who might know something, apparently.
Why would anything be wrong? I'm totally fine. The magic's fine. Luisa's fine. I'm totally not nervous.
Your eyes.
I'm the strong one. I'm not nervous.
Hey, we don't need to go to a song about, oh, I'm the strong one, I gotta be tough, I gotta be unfazed, unscared, and not afraid of anything. Bro, a lot of people are afraid of something. Even the strongest, muscular person are afraid of something. So don't be playing dumb like you're not afraid of something.
Be a song that Luisa has
anxiety
about being a hot muscle mommy. I mean, come on, who among us? And like, the song is visually
And
really
good
cool.
part about it,
Like, I
some
love when people
hot
use the animation
muscular
medium
girl
properly. You know
are
what I
actually
mean? Because like
kinda
in
hot.
animation, you can do
Like,
whatever you
if
want.
you
So
date a
why wouldn't
muscular
you?
girl,
But as a whole,
go
the
ahead.
songs in this
Some
movie, like, they're just
some
kind of
muscular girl
whatever. Lin-Manuel
are
Miranda
actually
made some
kinda
really incredible
hot. For real.
songs for Moana
I'm telling
1,
you.
but then this movie is just like why does almost every song have to have like a Hamilton rap section? Like, why? Like, in the moment, the songs are fun and kind of different, but man, Disney hasn't had like a Let It Go, How Far I'll Go, or Go the Distance in like
they
almost
really
10
don't.
years.
They
However,
really didn't.
the gist of the song is that Luisa feels like her powers have been slipping lately.
Ups once, before Tio Bruno left, he had like some terrible vision about it.
Tio Bruno. What was in his vision?
No one knows. They never found it. But if something's wrong with the magic, start with Bruno's tower. find that vision.
So, like, okay, we're 40 minutes into this movie, and finally things start happening. But, like, the actual story of the movie, like the things the characters do and why, it feels so slapped together. The first 40 minutes, no one really does anything except we explain who the family is and they have powers, but Mirabel doesn't. Harumph, harumph. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, it's like, oh no, the house is falling apart. Yeah, I don't know, go ask Luisa. Yeah, I don't know, check Bruno's tower and find a vision or something. What does that even mean? I don't know, bye.
Wait, how do you find a vision? What am I even looking for?
Exactly, that's what I'm talking about.
Exactly.
So she does kind of just go to Bruno's
That's what
tower
I'm
room
talking
and has to
about. What
piece
she gotta
together
look
this
for?
glass mirror thing that apparently is a
Exactly.
vision, and you'll never guess what she sees.
The great part about Encanto is I really never figure out what Encanto
And so,
really
keeping in with the
is,
spirit of the
or what it
slapdash storytelling
really
of this
meant.
movie, Mirabel
And then
doesn't
we'll
really
show,
know
like,
what this
what that
means, so she
means
takes it back
behind
to her
the whole
room. But then
movie
at
or
dinner
show.
that night, the rats and raccoons come out and they piece it back together. And then, SpaghettiOs, the dinner is ruined by wackadoo zany antics. All right, sorry, whoops. All of this is happening in the middle of Isabel's engagement dinner party thing, where this guy was gonna ask her to marry him, which we only just learned was happening like maybe 15 minutes ago, and didn't really seem like that big of a deal because we don't get to know Isabella very well since there's 14 other characters doing stuff.
Yeah, technically, you're not really gonna know about Isabel because and Encanto, they end up telling you about the other character of her family, and then we get to know about Isabel. And like, you gotta get to know every other character first before you get to know that main character. Come on.
Same time. And then Isabella's really mad at Mirabel because her night was ruined and it's all her fault. Like, nothing in this movie feels important because it's so
Yeah, it don't
sudden
feel
and
important,
unearned.
or
Like,
feel
okay,
like
for example,
it
if way back when
actually
we
hit
first
you.
met Isabella, if she was like, golly gee willikers, Mirabel, I sure can't wait to marry my super hot himbo boyfriend, and then Mirabel
She
ruined
would
it,
like
that would
that?
probably mean a lot more
Then-
to us,
then
the
it
audience,
probably,
watching
like,
this scene.
be,
Anyway,
like,
so,
a lot
after everything
more
is ruined
to
forever,
a
this
point,
happens.
or a lot
Be an
more to like
explanation. I hate
who
you.
Isabel really is.
What did you do? I'm not doing anything. It's Bruno's vision. It's...
Now, when a bunch of rats steal your magic vision mirror, you gotta go after them, right? I mean, that's what I've
Yeah.
always said. And so, in following them, Mirabel stumbles onto a very interesting certain little someone.
Don't tell me that.
OMG, is that who I think it is? So, after chasing him down, Mirabel has like 1,000 questions for this guy, who is Bruno, in case you didn't pick up on that.
Have you been in here patching the cracks?
Oh, that? No. I'm too scared to go near those things. All the patching's done by Hernando.
Who is Hernan?
I'm Hernando and I'm scared of nothing. It's actually me.
Yeah, you know, this dude kind of seems like one of those uncles who knows a lot about age of consent laws. So, the story goes that Bruno never actually left, he just moved into the walls of the house itself, and he's been living here for years so that no one will ask him to tell the future ever again. Again, like I said earlier, Bruno can see the future and the mom can cure cancer.
Wow. So you were living through the walls of the house. Wow. You just didn't want no one to ask you the question about curing the future. Wow. And then the mom can cure cancer and heal people. Crazy.
But then this girl can do this? The grandma's like, we have to use our powers to help
Yeah.
people in need. The heck is this even doing, Grandma?
Hey, you know how
Yeah,
the weather
what
changes
the-
based
what
on
the
my
heck
mood?
is that
Hey, it's a
for
nice
too,
farm you
Grandma?
got there feeding the
Come
whole
on,
village.
come on,
Sure
Grandma.
be a shame if
Tell
someone
me
didn't Venmo
what
me
that support
$100 and put me in a bad
do.
mood all day.
How that
I
support
left the
help
tower, which
me
was, a lot of stairs,
understand
and
the
in
life
here.
of
Eh?
our power.
Kitchen adjacent. Ooh, plus free entertainment.
Oh, is that what all the whipped cream cans are for?
Game show.
Yeah, probably.
Telenovelas. Their love could never be.
I don't understand.
Well, because she's his aunt and she has amnesia. So she can't remember that she's his aunt. It's like a very forbidden kind
I
of...
don't.
Wait. The heck
Wait,
kind of
wait,
movie
wait.
is this, Disney? Anyway, so because Mirabel saw Bruno's vision that was about her, apparently, she asked him to try again and see if they can't figure out how Mirabel fits into all this.
You might want to hang on.
yeah, I see some kind of horrible terror coming in the future. Something called Imagine Dragons?
Embrace! To make the candle bright, you have to embrace her.
Embrace who?
Embrace who?
Almost there.
Wait.
Who is it?
Almost there. I got it. Is this
that Mirabelle needs to be friends with her sister, so she goes to do that.
Everything was perfect. Abuela was happy. The family was happy. You want to be a better sister? Apologize for ruining my life.
Sorry. That your life is so great.
Okay, well, you were doing so good there for like 3 seconds.
She is right.
I've been stuck being perfect my whole entire life.
So marry that big dumb honk.
I never wanted to marry him.
So in the movie thus far, we've seen them kind of have like a pretty normal sister rivalry, sibling kind of thing, which actually, apparently, was them having a deep-rooted hatred of each other that's been destroying the house. This is all given to us in one song, by the way. We just learned Isabella was going to be engaged like right before it happened, and then all this sisterly whatever this is given to us in one song where, oh, by the way, we hate each other. Also, by the way, I'm mad at you for ruining my life, except just kidding, I didn't want to get married anyway because I want to be an alt girl. And like this is all in one song. There's no build-up or payoff to anything that's been happening thus far. But even when the engagement was ruined, Isabella being upset was like an afterthought in that scene.
Gotta be an explanation.
I'm saying you. I don't know why she was saying so.
What did you do?
The movie feels so ADHD. It's just like nothing builds or grows, it just happens. I think one big reason
and not building or growing to what it really supposed to be. Alright? It's not showing why Encanto is what it is. Now, I wouldn't say weird, but I would say it's not there anymore. It's not there that I needed it to be.
Because for the most part, the movie feels very aimless. Like Mirabelle is trying to save the house.
Much later.
How? Why? From what exactly? She just kind of goes from person to person, like waiting for something to happen. Even finding Bruno, who's really important to the story, she just stumbles onto him by accident. Finding him wasn't some goal she achieved. You know what I mean? Again, like I said, a lot of the plot points of this movie feel like they have no weight. Anyway, so they're friends now.
You're a bad influence.
What is going on?
Abuela, it's okay. We're gonna save the miracle. The magic.
What are you talking about? Look at our home! Look at your sister!
Please, just...
But of course, the abuela is not happy that things aren't going exactly how she...
So, it's not going the way she wanted it going. Damn. She all umbrella grandma, I'll say grandma. Your grandma wanted it to go the way she planned it to go.
Wow!
I will never be good enough for you.
No.
Will I?
Every time Mary go do something, it
No matter how
her fault.
hard I try.
No matter
And this causes the house to completely collapse and everyone's magic is gone because the miracle candle's been snuffed out. Now, Mirabelle somehow thinks that this is all her fault, so she goes to sit down and cry down by the river. And then her grandma shows up to apologize, which is how you know this is a magical fantasy movie, okay? Because like, when has anyone's grandma responded to criticism with anything except, well, sorry, I want the best for you. Guess I'm just the worst grandma ever, aren't I?
I've never been able to come back here. This river is where we were given our miracle.
Where, Abuelo Pedro?
I thought we would have a different life.
And so then the abuela recounts the same story they already told us at the beginning about how the miracle came to be and how important it is to her and why this kid looks like the mailman. To be fair, I think this is a really interesting setting for a movie, especially a Disney movie. But I guess I just wish it played more into the movie itself and not just like a backdrop.
Yeah, for one, I would that setting play into and with the movie instead like away from the movie. Cause if it were playing into the movie and with the movie while the movie was playing, then we would get the concept of how the movie is, and then we can understand like the meaning and backstory behind the movie.
To explain why the grandma is the way she is, which kind of brings up another reason why I think the story in this movie falls really flat, for me at least, is that there's no actual villain at all. There's barely even an antagonist until like the very end, and even that, the grandma is the...
You're right. Cause normally, if you look at anime, right, they're all an antagonist that always try to be like the main character of that show, right? Because Light is the antagonist that trying to get rid of L so he can be a main character, but Light don't realize that he's the antagonist until the last second when he already get rid of the main character. And here, you won't see the antagonist until like close to the end. That's stupid. That's stupid.
Bad guy because she just cares too much, which, like, okay, Disney. Whatever happened to real actual villains in Disney movies? Like, you can have a sympathetic villain who's still an actual villain, okay? Disney used to be really good at that. Anyway, so after talking things out for a while, Mirabelle and her grandma...
a villain, but after 2D fade away and the 3D started coming in a little more, and like, what happened to the actual villain that played into the movie? Like it's cool that they got a villain, but I wish the villain played into the movie a little more. And like, cause when the villain played into a movie, they hide themselves during the movie, so they won't give it away that they're actually the villain. Alright, I was kind of spinning a fact. But what do y'all think? Is Encanto actually weird, or is it just misunderstood? Like, subscribe, hit that post notification bell, and comment down below what's the weirdest Disney movie you've seen.